Well, it's about that time. It's 1:30 Central Time here in Winnipeg, my office in my basement. And I'd like to welcome you and a big thank you for participating in this Facebook Live event held by Parkinson Canada, the Manitoba group. But we're going nationwide and even larger than that. My name is Lance Letain. I'm the events coordinator for Parkinson Canada here in Manitoba. And hello, Blair. And yeah, so today's class, we're going to be doing our regular routine. I change things up every time, so there's going to be some common themes that we're going to be working on, but I like to try and keep things fresh for everybody as well. But before we get going, I'd like to give a few shout outs to some people. I said hi to Blair Sigurdsson. I'd also like to say a big shout out to Karen Gilmore and Monique Caffell. There are Parkinson Canada exercise group leaders out in Kildonan here in Winnipeg. Also Dawn Pontiflex and Doug Jench that are out in Transcona. And we have, of course, Betty Palmquist that's in our St. Boniface, St. Vital group. Another special big shout out to Janet and Francois Higgins. They're way out in New Brunswick, and Francois is starting his journey. He's just recently diagnosed with Parkinson about a month ago. So yes, we're here to support you, Francois and Janet. Don't be afraid to ask any questions that you have related to exercise and living with Parkinson's disease. And a very special shout out to Parkinson Canada's new president and CEO, Karen Lee. Quite the interesting time for Karen to be starting, but it is what it is, and I'm very confident in her skills and her ability to guide us through these interesting times with COVID-19. So our goals for our in-home workout group here is to help people living with Parkinson's disease manage their symptoms. Exercise is one of the best things a person can do, and we're here to guide you through some safe, effective exercises that you'll be able to do on your own if you have to, or you can just follow along. We're also here to support you in helping you manage your behavior and your thought processes. So quite often, it won't be a surprise to most of you that our behavior will impact our emotions and how we feel about ourselves. So doing something positive like exercise is going to have a lot of benefits, both for you as an individual living with Parkinson's disease, but also for those that are living close with you. And another goal of ours is, well, the Canada Fitness Council recommends a minimum of 150 minutes per week of moderate to vigorous exercise. So that's a little bit more than like a casual walk around the block. It's walking with a bit of a pace, and you kind of do that talk test. You're able to walk and you're able to talk, but it's not the easiest to talk. So you kind of want to have that sort of intensity level. So we're doing our classes here every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. The classes are at least minimum 50 minutes long. So that will help you meet your minimum 150 minutes that we're supposed to be getting every week. And of course, we're also here to support you socially during this physical distancing period of COVID-19. It's not easy being shut in and not being able to interact with people. So our hopes there are that with this group that we're able to support each other, both psychologically and physically. So before we get going on today's class, just a few safety things I always like to cover. Footwear. What kind of footwear are you wearing right now? I would ideally like to see you wearing some lace-up shoes that fit, properly, and that, yeah, they're going to fit you properly. You don't want to have flip-flops. You don't want to be wearing slippers. That's really dangerous. And wearing shoes is actually even better than going barefoot. Clothes, you want loose-fitting clothes that you can feel comfortable moving around in. Another thing for you to consider is your medication. How are you feeling right now? Did you take your meds today? If so, and they haven't quite kicked in yet, or maybe they're wearing off and you're not feeling quite up to exercising right now, this class is going to be posted on the Parkinson Canada Manitoba Facebook page. So you can come back and check to it when you are feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit more energized. Remember, with our medication, you got to stay consistent and try and take it at a regular time. So you kind of know, you're able to, better balance when you're going to be feeling strong and when you're not going to be feeling as strong as you want to. So today's class, we're going to be introducing a few hand weights and TheraBands. So for my hand weights, I'm using cans of beans. Yes, cans of beans. These work just fine. If you have some hand weights at home, I would suggest that you get them ready and you get them near you, but put them out of the way so that you don't trip over them. We'll be using them more towards our muscular endurance and strength training. For those of you that have surgical tubing or you have TheraBands, something like this, by all means, go grab those, put it aside, get ready to work it out. And for those of you that don't have any cans of beans or cans of soup or TheraBands or anything like that, you can use gravity, and then for our next class, you can get a little bit more prepared and you could have some sort of weights to work with. So our classes are typically the same. We start off with a warm-up. We're just trying to get blood flowing to through our body and getting our mind ready for exercise. Then we get into our cardiovascular section, which is 15 to 20 minutes. So it's going to be the longer section here. It's going to be repetitive, but then again, you think of long-distance runners and cross-country skiers. They're doing the same thing over and over again. Then after our cardiovascular, we do a cardio cool down just to make sure that, all the blood that's pooled to our large muscles, like in our legs and into our arms, is going to start circulating throughout our entire body, and so it gets to our brain, because we don't want our brain to be short of oxygen. That's when falls happen. After we do our cardio cool down, we'll be doing our muscular strength and endurance. Be focusing mostly on fall prevention, but like I said, we're going to introduce a few upper body exercises. And then after that, we'll be doing some balance. We'll incorporate balance with our strength training. And then we're going to do flexibility, and we finish it off with Parkinson specific exercises and then a question and answer. Are you ready to get going? Okay, so before we get going, just make sure your area is safe around you, that you have no carpets that you could trip on. You're going to push your coffee table away. I'm going to do all the exercises both from a seating position and standing. I'll demonstrate both. Whatever feels best for you is what I want you to do. Okay, so with that, I'm going to move my chair back. Hope everybody can still see and hear me. I'm just going to point my camera down a little bit so you can see my toes, because we are going to be doing some toe tapping too. Okay, so typically we start our class off the same every single time. We're going to start off with a warm-up. We're going to do our slap, clap, and snap. So we're going to slap our thighs 5 times, clap our hands 5 times, snap 5 times. Then we're going to go down to 4, all the way down to 1, then all the way back up to 5. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Just a little bit of routine like that. Just gets our minds ready for what we're going to be doing. You're going to be following along as we progress through the class here. Okay, so for those of you that want to stand up, you can stand up, but just try and make sure that your feet are a little bit wider than your shoulders, so you've got a nice solid foundation underneath you. For those of you that can't stand, sitting is 100% okay. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to start off with some arm swings. We're just going to start off with one arm, back and forth, back and forth. This is simply just the warm-up, getting our body ready. Let's do our other arm now. Here we go. Back and forth. Out and in. Out and in. Out. Let's do both arms. There we go. Nice and controlled, nice and smooth. Just kind of bring your hands up to shoulder height. Don't want to go any higher than that. Don't want any hyperflexion. Back and of course standing up is just going to be like this. Okay, this time we're going to bring our arms up higher. We're going to swing our arms shoulder height all the way. 2 arms at the same time. Getting our body ready. Now we're just going to do 1 arm. Now we're going to do the other arm. If this is too hard for you, if this is too hard on your shoulders, you can go low. It'll be easier for you to do it that way. Out and in. Out and both arms together. Okay. So arms are on our hips. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to demonstrate this. We're going to do some toe taps. Tap, 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 and tap. Sitting down will be the same. Tap. It'll be a little bit harder. So you got to lift your bum cheek up. Back and forward. Tap and tap. Tap and tap. Again, this is just a warm-up. We're just getting our body ready. Standing up, I'll do it. Tap. From here, we're going to move to a side to side. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sitting down, it's the same thing. And forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, let's add some arms. We started off with our arms. Now we're going to incorporate both. Can you believe it's actually harder to do this when you're sitting down than when you're standing up? Yep, it's true. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's march it out. How do you feel? Do you feel up to following the rest of the class? I certainly hope so, but again, if you're not feeling up to it, your safety is my priority. So I want you to feel safe. I want you to feel strong. Grab a sip of water now because we're going to be starting our cardio section. After you're done with your water, just put your bottle all the way to the side so it's not a tripping hazard. Again, I'm going to try and do everything both from a seated position and a standing position. Okay, so here we're going to go. We're going to do some heel taps. Front and back. Other leg. Front and back. Front and back. Front and back. Standing up. Front and back. Front and back. Okay. We're going to have arms. Let's just bring our arms to our shoulder height. Remember, this can be done sitting down or standing up. Out. We're slowly going to get a little bit more intense as the cardio section goes along. Okay, no arms, just our legs. Now we're going to go to the side. Here we go. Side and back. Side and back. Side and back. Side and back. Let's do our arms. The more muscles we get going, the more energy we're going to burn. The more oxygen our muscles are going to need. The harder you're going to be breathing. You know, arms, just our legs. This is all good things. That's what we want. Okay, back to arms. And out. Back and out. Back. No arms, just our legs. Out and back. Out and back. Now we're going to go forward, together, out and back. Other leg. Out, together, sideways and back. Forward, together, side and back. Forward, together, side and back. Together, side and back, forward, together, side. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. Forward, together, side and back. Forward, together, side and back. How you doing? Are you able to follow along? Hope so. Forward, together, side and back. Forward, together, side and back. Okay, let's march it out. Using our arms. A little bit of coordination there. We'll add arms in later on. Okay, let's get our knees up higher so it'll be slower. Remember, this can be done from a seated position. Stand up if you can. For those of you that are sitting, follow along. Okay, no arms, just our legs. Nice high knees. Okay, low knees. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. Let's keep it here. Slow it down. Okay, so let's add our arms. Let's bring it wide. Together. Wide. Together. Wide. Together. Again, sitting down, this is harder than standing up. Last time, wide. Together. Okay, let's give our quads a bit of a rest. We're going to go heels out and back. Heel out and back. Out and back. Out. And let's do some arms straight up. Back. Out and back. Out and back. Out. And now we're going to do curls. We're going to be doing curls for our muscular strength and endurance. Out and back. Now we're going to go hands above our head. Out. For those of you that have shoulder problems, you don't have to go above your head. You can go up in front of your body, or you can go down. I think the big thing here is that I'm just trying to get as many muscle groups working together as one as we can. Are you able to talk? I know I'm breathing heavy. Okay, let's go out and back. It's hard in your shoulders. Out and back. Out and back. Okay, just march it out. Now we're going to be transitioning into, we're going to go to a wide march, then we're going to do toe taps, then we're going to do step togethers, then step together, step touch. If that seems like a lot to you, it's okay. I'll work through this with you guys. And if you ever get lost, your go-to is this, is the marching. The big thing is just for us to keep on moving. The more we move, the more calories we're burning, the more energy we're using. Those things kind of help you sleep better at night, help you go to the washroom more regularly. So again, if you get lost, just go to the march. Okay, let's take it wide. I'm going to stand up. Okay, now we're just going to up and down, up and down. Let's add some arms. Back. Tap, tap, tap. One arm. Tap, tap. And other arm. Again, this can be done from a seated position. We're going to go low arms. It's going to make it easy on our shoulders. Almost like we're speed skating. Okay, no arms, just tapping back and forth. From here, we're going to transition to a step together. Watch me, I'll demonstrate, and then you can follow along. So it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back. I'm going to do it sitting down. Back and forth. Let's add some arms. Let's swing our arms shoulder height, back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Okay, we're almost halfway done our cardio. Let's just do one arm. You feeling okay? You feeling strong? I hope so. If you're not, it's not a competition. Let's do other arm. It's not a competition. Take a rest. You can always come back and join us when you're feeling a little bit stronger. And both arms. Back and forth. Back and forth. No arms. Tap. All right. So from here, let's go back to start taps. Okay, now we're going to the most complex part. It's step together, step, touch. I will demonstrate. I will do it first sitting down, and then I'll do it standing up. So watch me. It's going to look step, step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. Step together, touch. Step together. All right, are you able to follow? I'll show you what it looks like standing up. Standing up, it's going to look step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. Together, step, touch. Step, step, touch. Okay, it's ready to add some arms in here. Burn some more calories. Okay, going back, here we go. Step together, step, touch. Step together, step, touch. Together, step. Again, trying to get more muscles working. If this is too complicated for you, just do your legs. Or if the legs are too hard for you, if your legs are sore, you can just do the arms. Big thing is just keep on moving. Step together, step, touch, step. Okay, step back and forth. Okay, that was the most complicated part. Let's swing out our arms. Whew. I'm getting toasty. I'm gonna have to lose this long sleeve shirt. Remember, if you're sitting down, you can do this. Okay, let's do the toe taps. I gotta lose this shirt. Holy moly. I'm toasty. Okay, so from here, let's go to a wide march. And narrow. Keep on moving. Wide. And narrow. Wide. And narrow. No arms, just our legs. Wide. And narrow. Okay, now we're going to go to our heel taps. Heel out and back. Out and back. It's done sitting down and back. Out and arms. Again, there'll be a lot of repetition. That's okay, it's just for 20 minutes. And back. Bicep curls. Out and back. Out. If you want to make it harder, there's a couple of things you can do. A, you can use weights, but you can also do bigger, more exaggerated steps and movements. That burns more energy. Or you can go faster. But for those of you that just want to follow along, that's 100% okay. No arms, just our legs. Together. We're going to go side, together. Side, together. Arms, here we go. Keep on moving. Out. And out. Out. Okay, do you dare? We're going to try going heels out in front and then to the side. And we're going to try and add some arms in. So no arms for now, just side to side. Let's go out, together, side, back. Out, together, side, back. Out, together, side, back. Out, together, side. Here we go. Out, together, side, back. Out, together, side, back. If the arms are too confusing for you, you just do the legs. Or you can just do the arms. Out, together, side, back. Out, together. One more time each side. Out, together, side, back. Out, together, side, back. Okay, march it out. Let's think of our posture, sitting up nice and straight. Let's pull our shoulders back. Still feeling okay? We got another 6 minutes. We're flying through this. All right, let's take it wide. For those of you that can stand, I encourage you to stand and do this, and together. Wide. Together. Man, I'm feeling great. Thanks for coming. Wide. Together. Last time. Wide, keep it there. Now we're just going to go into our taps. You know what comes next. Add some arms, 2 arms. Start off shoulder height. If that's too hard for you, you can go lower. Lower will just be like that. You can just do your legs, or you can just do your arms. Whatever's best for you, keep on moving. That's the big thing. We're going to do one arm and the other arm. Switch the arms. Other arm. Okay, no arms, just tap it out. Now we're going to do our step together. Back and forth. Back and forth. Keep moving. Back and forth. Back and back and forth. Add some arms. Hope you had a good weekend. Good weather for getting some yard work done here in Manitoba. It's like 1, 2, 3 degrees. You get dressed for it. I'd rather get some work done on a cold day than on a hot day. I'd rather play on a hot day. Let's just do one arm. If you can't do your arms, just do the legs and other arm. Man, we're getting a good workout. I really appreciate you being here today. Okay, both arms. Okay, no arms, just there. Now we're going to try the dreaded step together, step touch. Step together, step touch. Step together, step touch. Step. Step together. For those of you that need a bigger workout, more intense, you can take big steps. Big. But for those of you, this is hard enough. Just stay at this level. Step together. We're going to try some bicep curls. Step together, step, touch, step, step. Nice and controlled. Make sure you're safe. Feeling good. Let's keep all our muscles going. Okay, no arms, just stepping. Step together, step, touch. From here, we're going to go back to our heel taps. Tap and tap. Tap. We're going to work our way back to a march. And tap. Tap and tap. Arms. One arm. Other arm. Together. Eventually, we're going to be doing these things. But for now, we're going to stay here. We're going to do the heel kicks next week. For those of you that can, it's just bringing it up. Everybody else, let's just bring it down. No arms. And let's go a wide march. This is hard work, especially if you're sitting down. Arms sitting up nice and straight, shoulders back. My goodness, you look good. And bring it wide together. All right, that's almost 20 minutes. Great job. Okay, no arms, just marching. We're going to go heel out and back, side and together, out and back, out, side, out, side. Again, those of you that can go harder, you can go faster, or you can do more pronounced movements. Out, side, out, side. Just our legs. Side, out, side. Okay, march it out. All right, well, that's our cardiovascular section. You guys did it. That was 20 minutes. Okay, for those of you that need a sip of water, go grab a sip of water. If you have a water bottle, just make sure you put it away where it's not going to be a tripping hazard. Okay, now we're going to do a cardio cool down. Okay, sitting up nice and straight or standing up nice and straight. Think of your posture. We're going to pick some apples and you're going to pull it down and you're going to put it in your basket. Reach across your body, pick that apple, pull it down, put it in the basket. For those of you that it's too hard to go high with your arms, you just have to go out. You don't need to go high. But for those of you that can go high, let's go high. So we're doing this because all that cardio work we just did, a lot of the blood just pooled up in our large muscles. So we need to distribute the blood throughout our body, making sure that our brain's getting oxygen. We're bringing our heart rate down, something more manageable. Can you remember the intensity level we want to work at? Want to work at the intensity level where you can talk, but it's kind of hard to talk. If it's easy to talk, that's a sign that you need to be going a little bit harder with your workout. Okay, stop with the arms. You're going to do heel taps, nice and slow. Out and back. Out and back. That's some arms. That was a good 22, almost 22 minutes. And back. And now we're just going to do our arms. Arm swinging. Springing up to shoulder height. That should be good. Oh. Okay. Fantastic. We've done our entire cardio section, our cardio and our cardio cool down. Now we're going to get into our cans of beans or soup or tomatoes or whatever you have. For those of you that have hand weights, you can use hand weights. And for those of you that have TheraBands or surgical tubing, you could use that. And for those of you that don't have anything, that's fine. You can just use gravity. And for next time, you can get into having some sort of weight resistance there. So the first thing we're going to do are bicep curls. So that's the biggest arm. That's the biggest muscle in our arms right here. And so we use those muscles for picking up grocery bags, picking up our grandchildren. So these are really important muscles we got to keep active. So I'm going to demonstrate with the TheraBand first, and then I'm going to demonstrate with the cans of beans. So again, some things to consider when we're doing weight resistance is you need to breathe. Typically, you want to breathe out when it's hard and in when it's easy. It'll seem a little counterintuitive, but you'll get used to it. So we have to think of our posture. Let's sit up nice and straight. Let's pull our shoulders back. I'm going to demonstrate from the side over here so you can see the full range of movement that I'm doing. So basically, I've just put the TheraBand under both of my feet, and I got both ends of the band in my hands. You can wrap it around your wrist if you need to, or you can just hang on to it. I know with Parkinson's, it's not, and people that are living with arthritis, it's not easy to close your hands. So If you can wrap it around your wrist like that, that can help. So we're sitting up nice and straight. We're slowly going to go up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Nice and slow and controlled. Up, 2, 3, down, 2. So breathing is going to sound like this. Two more. Last one. And relax. Okay, give our muscles a few seconds to rest up here. That's hard work. So if you can't do all the repetitions that we're doing, just even doing a few is better than none. I'm going to demonstrate using these cans of beans. They do the exact same thing. So we're going to sit up nice and straight. Let's pull our shoulders back. Okay, let's tuck our chin so it's nicely aligned. And we're going to go up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Nice and slow and controlled. Actually, that's better for your muscles than going fast. It's harder to do this than it is to go fast. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. 4 more. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Last one. Here we go. Make this our best one. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Woohoo! You're done with the bicep curls. Okay, relax, shake those arms out. This next thing that we're going to be doing, let's call them front arm raises. I'll demonstrate 3 ways to do them. The first way is just sitting up nice and straight in your chair. We're not going to use weights. For those of you that don't have them, I'm just going to demonstrate. It's just going up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. For those of you that have hand weights or you have cans to hang on to, you're just going to have your palms facing down. You're going to pull up, 2, to shoulder height, down, 2, 3. For those of you that are standing, just make sure that your feet are nice and wide. So you got a nice solid foundation underneath you. Down, 2, 3. Okay, so that's with the weight. And for those of you that have TheraBands, you can do the same sort of thing. You can do it sitting down or standing up. This is hard. So you're going to go up, 2, 3, down. If you find it's too hard with your arms straight, you can bend your arms. It'll be easier for you to do it that way. Okay, so here we're gonna try and do 8, then we're gonna take a rest. Sitting up nice and straight or standing nice and straight, shoulders back. Here we go. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3, down, 3. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. We're pushing ourselves outside our comfort zone. That's where the magic happens. Got to make yourself a little bit uncomfortable. You got to work at this. 2 more. And last one. Here we go. Up, 2, 3, down, 2. Okay, take a little rest. I'm going to use the cans this time. I'll do it from a seated position. Woo! It's a good one. Okay, for those of you that are sitting, sit up nice and straight, pull our shoulders back, palms facing down, holding the cans. For those of you that don't have cans, that's all right. Let's go up to shoulder height, down, 2, 3. Let's put a smile on our face. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3. Oh, you'll sleep good tonight. 2, 3. 2 more. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Last one. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Woo! All right. So let's put your cans or put your hand weights or put your TheraBands out of the way. We don't want to have a tripping hazard. Now we're going to do a little bit, we're going to focus on some muscles that will help with fall prevention. So for those of you that can stand, by all means, I'd love it if you could stand. For those of you that have to sit down, I'll demonstrate some exercises for you to do. For those of you that can stand, so you're going to have your chair or get a chair. You're going to hang on to it with 2 hands. We're going to be doing squats. So that's going to be working out these muscles right here. These are our quadricep muscles. These are our largest muscles in our body. So these are the muscles that are most responsible for helping us walk and are also responsible for when often we fall, these muscles aren't communicating properly to our brain. If you're living with Parkinson's disease, you know that there's the synapse, and if there's anything that interrupts the message in the synapse there with your nerves, you're going to freeze or you're not going to move. So, but the good thing is, through exercise, we can regenerate some of those synapses and or at least maintain our muscles. So you're going to be standing up nice and straight, shoulders back. We're going to do some squats. Watch me. I'm going to demonstrate first, then I'm going to ask you to join me. For those of you that are sitting, just hang on tight. I'll show you what you can do. So we're going to sit down. You're going to shoot your bum out and back. Feet nice and wide, wider than your shoulders. You're going to squat down, shoot your bum back, and up, down, and up. For those of you that are standing, keep on doing it. For those of you that are sitting, we're just going to lean forward and back. Keep squatting. If you can stand, keep at it. 2 more. Forward on the balls of your feet. And back. Last one. Forward. And back. Great job on the squats. Now what we're going to do some knee raises. I'll demonstrate both. So from a seated position, it's going to look like just raising your knee up and down. If you're standing, you're going to hang on to the side of your chair. And you're just going to go up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Slower, more controlled, the better. If you're sitting, you can do this. Up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. One more. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Great job. Now we're going to work on our hamstrings. I'll demonstrate both. So if you're sitting, you're going to work your way to the edge of your chair. You can have a foot out in front. You're going to bring your foot back and down. Back, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. It's harder sitting down than standing up, but it can be done. Standing up, it's going to look like this. Up, 2, 3. Hanging onto your chair. Down, 2. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. We're working on our balance here at the same time. 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. One more time, each leg. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Last time. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Now you're going to be standing. Or sitting. I'll demonstrate both. See, we're just bringing our leg up to the side. 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Standing, it will look like this. So it'll be up, side leg left, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Working on our balance too. 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. These are working on our adductors and our abductors. So that's kind of the muscles along the outside of your leg and the inside of your thigh. Down, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Okay, last one. Up, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Fantastic. All right. We're almost done our strength and endurance training. We're going to do a little bit more balance, and then we're going to get into our flexibility and some Parkinson specific exercises. Okay, so now we're just going to shift our weight from one side to the other. Nice and slow. Hang on to a chair if you have it. For those of you that can do one hand, you can do one hand. For those of you that can do no hands, the more we challenge ourselves, the better we're going to be at responding to situations where your balance might come into being a problem. Those of you that need to hang on, just hang on to a chair. Okay, now we're just going to stay nice and still. For those of you that can, I'm going to demonstrate standing up. I'm just going to bring my one leg back and hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For those of you that are sitting down, you can do this one. You're just going to ask you to raise your leg. You're going to hold your knee up. But we're going to do this for a 10 count. If you're standing up, let's change our legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to go, everybody's going to do their knee up. If you're sitting down, think of your posture, pull your shoulders back. Hold it there. If you need to hang on to a chair, hang on to a chair. For those of you that can go no hands, you can try no hands. And down. Last time, other leg. Nice 90-degree angle. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to stretch out our calves. If you're standing, it's just going to look hanging onto your chair. You're going to shoot one leg out. You're going to press your heel down. You should feel a stretch along the calves, back side of your lower leg. And together, you do the other leg. I can show you that you can do the same thing sitting down. You're just going to shoot your leg out. You're going to bring your toe back and point towards yourself if you can. Hold it there. Nice long stretch. Okay, changing our legs. Bring your toe back as far as you can. And for those of you that are standing up, you know what you got to do. You press your heel down onto the ground. And relax. Last time. Bring your toe all the way back. And relax. Now, if everybody could sit down, that would be great. We're going to do a couple more stretches here before we get into our Parkinson specific exercises. So we're going to do a hamstring stretch. You're going to shoot one leg out. Take a big breath in, breathe it out, and lean forward. Don't lean down. I just want you to lean forward. You should feel a stretch along the back side of your upper leg. That's your hamstring area. Continue to breathe. Hold it there. That feels so good. One really great thing about flexibility is if you work at it, you can get better at your flexibility in a short period of time. Let's sit up nice and straight, shoulders back, big breath in, breathe it out, reaching forward, not down, keeping your head nice and high. Feel the stretch along the back side of your upper leg. And back, sitting up nice and straight. Now for those of you that can, I'm going to ask that you're going to bring your leg up like this. We're going to stretch out our hips. You're sitting down a lot, it gets hard on your hips here. So you're going to cross your leg like this. One hand is going to go on your knee, just you're going to gently push down. Again, that feels great. And changing our legs. And for those of you that can't do that, you can just pull your legs like this. You can pull your leg over like this, and then you're just going to pull back. But for those of you that can do that, you do that. Let's hold it for 10, thinking of our posture, sitting up nice and straight. Let's put a smile on our face. Almost done this class. Feeling so much better than when we started. Relax, both legs down. Let's open our arms up nice and wide. Feel that stretch, shoulder height. You're going to bring one arm across. Other arm's going to scoop up underneath and grab your elbow. We're going to be stretching the back side of our arm here, the tricep area. Or as my kids call it, arm meat. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, holding a nice stretch. That feels glorious. Open up nice and wide. Hold that stretch. Bring your other arm across. Scooping up, grabbing your elbow, bringing your arm across your body. Should feel the stretch across the tricep area of your arm. It's right over here. Hold it there. One last time. Big open chest. Feel that stretch. For those of you that's hard in your shoulders, you can bring your arms down. We're going to give ourselves a big bear hug. Hold it there. Might be the only hug I get today. I'm just kidding. Okay. How do you feel? Good, I hope. All right, now we're going to work on some Parkinson specific exercises. A lot of you that have been participating in these classes for over the last week, you'll understand what we're doing. We're going to start off with some fist exercises. We're going to make a fist. And open your arm, your hand. Make your fist. And open our hands. Last time. Make our fist. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. There you go, you got it. Okay, now with our fingers, we're going to do index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, pinky. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Stretch our fingers nice and wide and wiggle them out. Still with me? I hope so. Okay, now we're going to work on our vowels. We know if you're living with Parkinson's disease, speech can be a very challenging thing for people. So if we work on our vowels, that's a way to try and at least maintain at the level that we're at right now. So sitting up nice and straight. Let's get a nice open airway. And when you're doing your vowels, the more pronounced you can be with your mouth, the better it is. So it's A, E, I, O, U. A, E, One more time. A-E-I-O-U. Good job. Last but not least, we're going to work on our tongue exercises here. I know this isn't a pretty thing, but again, it's our fine little motor skills that can be lost with Parkinson's disease. So this is something we have to work at. So you're going to stick your tongue out and you're going to go up high and in. Now we're going to go low. And in. Now we're going to go to one side. And in, other side. And in, one more time, up. And in, now we're going down. And in, one side. And in, other side. All right, you're done. Good job. Fantastic. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to stick around for about another 5 minutes. If anybody has any questions, just let me know and I'll try and answer as best as I can. But in the meantime, if there's no questions, I'll continue to talk here. If you have musical suggestions that you want others to know about, by all means, just let us know on the Parkinson Canada Manitoba Facebook page, and we can pass those musical suggestions on to other people. I don't play music when I'm kind of leading the classes here because I don't know if you could hear me or not. So that's why I don't play it. But if you want to play some music in the background while you're exercising, yeah, totally do it. Music can be energizing. It can make you feel really good. So you just need to be able to follow along. So you just need to be able to see me. So if you have some music that you want others to hear, by all means, I suggest that you put it on our Manitoba Facebook page, and maybe other people can listen to the same sort of music at the same time. Yeah, also just let me know what your favorite physical activities are. If there's boxing, we can always incorporate some boxing movements into our program here. For those of you that like dancing, there's no reason why we can't waltz around in our own safe little room here. Dancing is a fantastic activity and it's great exercise. I'm always so regretful whenever I go to a wedding and I see people, typically like my mom or my dad, when they're able to dance, it looks so good. They knew how to dance. That's something that I never really learned, and I feel bad about that. Again, just thinking about the intensity though. Intensity is key. So you kind of want to be at that level where it's not easy to talk, that you are able to talk, but it's not easy to talk. That's that talk test that I keep on referring to. So if you kind of want to be at that level. Speaking of walking, it's great walking weather outside right now. If you're going out for a walk, it's always better with a family member or a loved one that you're shut in with during this lockdown. For those of you who've never tried Nordic walking poles or urban walking poles, they're awesome and they're a great exercise. They really engage your upper body. The best thing about it is that they give you a little bit of stability. So in case your balance is a bit of an issue, you have these Nordic walking poles that will be able to help balance you out. But for those of you that are walking with a walker, by all means, just make sure the more straight you can be standing with your walker, the better it is, as opposed to something that's a little bit too low, because then you start getting a bit of a hunch. So if you're able to adjust your walker so you're standing a little bit more upright, I would highly suggest that you make those adjustments, or you ask somebody that can do it for you. I think spring is kind of here. I'm hoping spring's going to be here. If not, this way it is. We just kind of have to bear it. But, let's just get dressed for it. Let's make the most of our situation. Parkinson Canada, we're still planning on a super walk. It could be a modified super walk from previous years, just based on this physical distancing that we're having to live through. We don't have the final word yet, but we're going to be getting there eventually. Where we're going to be able to get together. But for the meantime, you can go out practice walking. For those of you that want to do the predicted walk, definitely do the predicted walk. I'm going to post up a video on what predicted walks are that I've done with my family so that you can get a better idea. Okay, well, that's it, my friends. I want to thank you for coming in and sitting in part of the at-home workout exercise class today with Parkinson Canada and Manitoba. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, same time, same place, 1:30 Central Time. This video will be kept on the Parkinson Canada Manitoba Facebook group page, so that if you want to come back to it, you can come back to it. Okay, thanks a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.